welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Liallure and I'm back at it again with another video. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey, my name is Leah. I make storytime videos, hauls. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So it's like for the kids, you know the vibes. And if you're a subscriber, hey friend, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderful, fabulous, beautiful, amazing. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a huge like, and don't forget to drop a comment down below. If you're a returning subscriber, you're probably wondering why my face looks so dry, why I don't have makeup on, like what's going on. I can explain. So I'm actually telling a story time today. So happy Storytime Sunday, you guys. It is Storytime Sunday, everybody's favorite day of the week, and I'm back with another one because you know my life is a mess, a hot mess express, okay? But I am here to tell a story with a twist. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you a story time, but I'm also going to be trying some new beauty products sent to me by Kinder Beauty. Today's sponsor is Kinder Beauty. Kinder Beauty is a clean, vegan, and cruelty-free beauty subscription box. Subscribers get $165 worth of hand-picked skincare, makeup, hair products, and accessories. Your first box will be the Kinder Face box, which is the box I will show you today. I'll show you everything that's in there and how I use them. New subscribers who sign up for a 6 or 3-month plan will automatically receive a free box valued at $85. So yeah girl, you get more items when you sign up. Each month, Kinder Beauty will donate a portion of their profits to premier charity partners. So not only are you helping yourself by getting a subscription box and trying all these new things, but you're also helping charity as well. You know what I call that? 2 birds, 1 stone. Also, if you really want to try Kinder Beauty, please make sure you use my code Liallure50 is on the screen and use my link down below. So what are you waiting for? What you waiting for, girl? Head to the Kinder Beauty website right now. Okay, so like I said, while I am telling the story time, I am going to be trying these products and letting you know how I feel about them. So let's just jump right into it. All right, y'all. So the first thing I'm going to try is actually this. I believe it's a toner. How cute! It comes in this little like paper situation. Okay. All right. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this toner. It is called the Hawaiian Beauty Toner. It's really convenient that it comes in a spray bottle because I like to spray my toner on my face as opposed to putting it in my hand and patting it in. Very obviously, I'm already more hydrated, which I love because I was looking like a disaster a while ago. I mean, normally I would be very scared to try new skincare products, but the thing is, these are paraben free, they're sulfate free, everything like that. So that means that it's all the bad stuff that's usually in skincare products and beauty products. None of that is in the products that are in these subscription boxes. So I'm completely okay with trying these things. All right, so while that dries down a little bit, I am going to start telling the story. So this story time is going to be about all the very strange occurrences I had while working in retail. If you're not on my channel, you know that I used to work in retail a few years ago. I think I told like one story time about it. Like, it probably wasn't a long story time and it probably wasn't even a lot, but I think I told a story time about working in retail. Anyway, I worked at a very popular clothing retail store, and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to call this company Ketchup and Mustard. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna call them Ketchup and Mustard. At Ketchup and Mustard, I was a sales associate, so you know, just your average worker. Okay, so I said entirely too much in that clip, but basically what I was trying to say is that I started working there because I needed some type of income when I graduated college. Even though that's not the job that I intended to be at for like more than a year, I just needed that time to figure out what I was going to do, and that's why I was working at Ketchup and Mustard. If you've ever worked in retail, you know that you get a lot of strange customers, like very strange customers. Now, when you work in New York City, the customers get stranger. They get stranger, okay? It doesn't get more weird than New York City. There's literally no city on this earth where the customers are weirder. Somebody prove me wrong in the comments. I dare you to prove me wrong in the comments. And in the area that I was working at, it was even more weird because it's like we would get a lot of tourists, and so a lot of the tourists would come and they would just like have very strange habits. We would get a lot of like kind of like homeless people. They would try to come in our stores and sleep on the floor and stuff like that. We would get a lot of scammers, a lot of boosters. We would get teenagers just acting a fool. So it was a lot going on at any given moment at Ketchup and Mustard. One of these occurrences that really had me like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be doing this for too long is this instance I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, let me preface this by saying that when I was working at Ketchup and Mustard, no matter what the customers behaved like, no matter what they did, I always maintained my composure. Because when it comes to me, it takes a lot to really take it there. It really takes a lot for me to get out of my element and be upset about anything, especially anything a customer does. Like, I really don't care about none of that, you know what I mean? My job is to do what I was here paid to do, okay? I don't care what type of emotional baggage you're bringing to me and what type of attitude you want to direct towards me. It's nothing personal, and I know that it's nothing personal, so I don't care. I'm not gonna react. It just is what it is. As long as nobody puts their hands on me, I'm cool. If y'all see my lashes looking very outrageous, just ignore it. I gotta take them out. Anyway, so let us try the next product. Okay, so the next product that I'm going to be trying is called Mermaid Milk, and it's by the brand Earth Harbor. It is a nutrient glow moisturizer with spirulina. Spirulina and matcha, and I'm just gonna use this as a moisturizer. I'm not gonna use too much. Oh, the consistency of this is very, is it tingling? Wait a minute. Oh wow. And it smells spicy. I don't know how to this might sound strange, but it smells a little spicy. Oh wow, this is hydrating. So the thing about me is that I have very dry skin in the winter time, and it takes a lot for a product to hydrate my skin. So the fact that this is immediately bringing some bounce back into my skin, I'm very impressed right now. Yeah, so back to the story. So like I was saying, it took a lot for me to really get out of my character and out of my element when it came to the customers at Ketchup and Mustard. And so I didn't run into a lot of situations where somebody really made me upset, irritated, angry, or sad in any capacity at all, because I simply didn't care, and that's just what it comes down to. I remember one day in particular, I was like, yeah, I really have to leave this company because I'm not gonna keep dealing with no nonsense like this, bruh. Like, I'm not gonna keep dealing with no nonsense like this, and people really not about to test my gangster, because it's not gonna happen. One day, it was, I remember this specifically, it was a Friday. Fridays, as you could probably imagine, in retail stores, especially in New York City, are super busy. Like, it's always packed in the store after a certain time. This day in particular was a day in summer, and I remember because I was wearing my uniform, but I was so hot in what I was wearing, so I was agitated. Anyway, still didn't let it show on my face. One thing about me, when I worked in customer service, I never let anything show on my face. I always remained a very neutral face, and I was very pleasant to the customers. No matter if they were pleasant to me or not, I was always pleasant to them because I was here to provide a service, and that's all that it came down to. This day, like I said, it was a Friday, and I was working in the fitting room. Usually in the fitting room we have two people, right? One person goes in to like I think they like pick up stuff from the cabinets, and they also pick up stuff from the floor, so they basically like replenish, if that makes sense. And the other person is usually the person like bringing people in, giving them a number to count how many items they have, directing them to a door and stuff of that nature. Usually I was the person who was like greeting customers and like giving them their tag and things like that, because when I was on my floor, I was one of the only people that had the mental and emotional capacity to deal with customers. Nobody else wanted to deal with them. So I was just like, you know what? It's not a big deal. I'll do it. This day in particular, I was working with one of my favorite customers. She was like an older lady, and she was very fun. So she was working and like running back on the floors, and I was greeting the customers. Now, I'm standing there, whatever. It's about 3 p.m. and I get off exactly at 5, and I'm ready to go, right? The line is stupid long. The customers just keep coming and coming and coming. The clothes keep piling up. So as I'm greeting the customers, I have to fold the clothes and like put them away or whatever. I get this man, he comes up to me, and there's a woman behind him. The man, very nice, very pleasant. He has like a pile of clothes in his hands, and I'm like, hi, how are you today? Like, how many items do you have? And he's telling me like he has like I think 7 or something like that. So I give him the tag with the number, and I see the lady behind him. She kind of moves over to the side, and now I could see her full profile. She comes and she's like very pregnant. She looks like she's at least like 8 months, maybe ready to pop at 9, to be honest with you. And she's coming up behind him. So as I give him the tag, I'm telling him what door to go to. I'm like, you could go to room number 5. It's around the corner, and it's 5 doors down. When you're done, if there's anything you don't want, please put it back on the hanger and bring it right up here. I'd really appreciate it. He's like, no problem, I got you. He starts to walk, and I stop the lady, and I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you really can't go back there because it's, you know, company policy. Unless you're trying on clothes, you really can't go back there. This lady is up in arms. This lady is pissed.
What do you mean I can't go back there? I always come to this location. I always go back there with him. I just want to see him try on his clothes, and you're telling me I can't go back there? What's the problem?
Pardon? I know you're not getting upset at me for a policy that I didn't put in place, right? Right? Because it don't make sense. So I'm there and I'm like, I'm still, again, remaining my composure. Even though this lady is yelling at me, I'm still maintaining my composure. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm really sorry about that, but it's just a policy. Just this morning, they were reminding us not to let anybody back there unless you are a child that's younger than 6 years old and you're there with a parent. I'm really sorry about this. Like, there's nothing I can do. If you want to see him try on his clothes, feel free to stand in this corner right here and he could come out and show you everything he's trying on. Now, before this lady started her hooting and hollering and acting a fool, I actually was going to offer her a stool because we have stools that are in our fitting rooms. So I was going to take a stool from one of the like closed off fitting rooms and give it to her so she could sit because she was pregnant and I know she must have been uncomfortable. So I was going to give her the stool to sit and, like, you know, sit there and wait and watch her husband try on his clothes and stuff, you know. But then she acted a fool and I was like, yeah, you couldn't stand. But there's nothing else I could do about that. The same way I'm speaking to this camera and telling y'all is the same way I was speaking to this lady. I had no attitude in my voice, no malice, no nothing like that, right? This lady's like 8-9 months pregnant. So I'm thinking she's tired, she's exhausted, she's just irritated and mad at the world because she's ready to get this baby out. She ready to vacate the premises, you know what I mean? And so like I kind of sympathize with her a little bit and I'm like, okay, she's probably just irritated. It's the summertime, she's hot, she's really pregnant, she just wants to get in and get out. You know, I'm still sympathizing with this lady even though she's blacking on me at this point. Child, the ghetto. This lady is going off on me.
Oh, because it seems like you're just making stuff up. Because like I said, I'm always here. I'm always here with him. What do you mean I can't go back there with my husband? I just want to see him try on some clothes and you have a problem with that? What's the issue? It seems like people always want to come to work with the chip on their shoulder and give customers attitudes.
Me? I was giving you an attitude? I'm really sitting there dumbstruck because I'm like, there's no way she's talking to me. There's no way I was the one who gave this lady an attitude. That's impossible. Because I know anytime I'm at this job, I maintain a neutral face and I'm very pleasant to customers. I've never had a customer complain about me. So I don't, what is this delusion? Where is it coming from? So now I'm still remaining a neutral face, but now I'm getting agitated because don't talk about me and lie. Don't lie. Because nobody had an attitude with you, ma'am. So now I'm trying to calm her down and I'm like, ma'am, look, I understand. If you want me to, I can call my manager and he could come down and he could talk to you about it. But I'm not making this up. This is not my policy. This is simply something that is reinforced in the store. So she's still going off. She doesn't want to believe me. She thinks I got an attitude, this and that, this, that. She's going off on your girl. And I'm, because what do I have to do with this information? What exactly do you want me to do with this? It's not my policy. I didn't make it up, bro. What's your problem? She's going off on me still. And now at this point, right, my coworker comes in and we're gonna call my coworker Jane. So Jane comes in and Jane is like, what's the problem? Because Jane hears this lady blacking on me. Everybody in the store at this point on our floor is turning around and they're trying to see where this commotion is coming from. Even though there's music playing overhead, you can still hear a distinct voice, you know what I mean? So the people who are like walking towards the bathroom and the people at the front of the register are staring in my direction because they like, yo, what is this? So Jane comes in and she has the like rack in her hand and she's ready to, you know what I'm saying, do her job or whatever. And she's like, what's going on? So I'm like, this lady is mad at me because I told her that she can't go back there with her husband. She can't go back there because it's store policy. So she's like, but it is store policy. She can't go back there. Mind you, she's talking to me. She's not talking to the lady at this point. She's like, it is store policy. She can't go back there. Told y'all, Jane had been working at this store for like 7 years. Like, she knows the policy. So I'm not making things up. This is not my shit. Okay, so now the lady is going off.
Oh, you got your coworker vouching for you? You got your coworker vouching for you? I don't care what you have to say.
See, ma'am, I was gonna let you slide, right? when you was talking out the side of your neck, I was gonna let you slide. But one thing you're not gonna do is call me out my name when I was nothing but pleasant to you. It's just not going down like that. It's just not going down like that. So now I'm getting irate, and now my voice is getting a little bit higher, and I'm really about to take it there with you, ma'am. I'm really at this point gonna take it there with you. So I'm like, what is your problem? I literally just told you this is not my policy. This is something that my managers told me I can and cannot do. What's the issue? You see me here with the uniform on. Do I look like corporate to you? Do I look like a manager to you? Do I look like the CEO of this company? I'm just here to tell you what was told to me so I don't get in trouble. So she's like,
oh, now you got an attitude? Now you got an attitude?
Oh, baby, I thought you said I had an attitude 10 minutes ago. So what's the truth? So now Jane is over there trying to calm me down, and she's like, don't even worry about it. She's not even worth it. These customers come in here and try to give their attitudes to nobody. It don't make no sense. Now, mind you, this lady and I are going back and forth because I'm like, you're not about to play me like this. Don't disrespect me. Don't call me out your name, out my name, because I was nothing but pleasant to you. So if you want to take it there, we can take it there, but let's not do this. I don't care about this job, bro. And I literally told her this. I was like, I don't care about this job. Stop playing with me. So now that she sees I'm getting tight, she's backing up a little bit. Mind you, her husband is in the fitting room trying on his clothes, and because the music in the fitting room is so loud, he probably can't hear what's going on. So he's all the way down in like door 6 or whatever, and I'm talking to this lady. Now, I'm not yelling at her, I'm not cussing her out, but I'm very stern and I'm very serious about it. I'm like, don't play with me. I'm not one of them. I'm really not. So she's backing up or whatever, but as she's backing up out the fitting room, she's still running her mouth. At this point, she takes it up to other customers, to talk to other customers. She has no idea. She doesn't know these people. She doesn't know these people, and I know she don't know these people. She's like,
oh yeah, because these in retail always want to act like they know something, always want to act like they somebody.
Always want to act like they somebody. Where is this coming from? I don't understand why people feel like they can just be rude to people who work in retail and who work in customer service. You don't know my background. You don't know who I am. For all you know, I'm an attorney at law. Like, it really just don't make no sense. Why are you coming out your neck telling me I'm nobody? For why? What did you gain from that? So now I'm sitting there and I'm tight. So like, I call my manager on the line and I'm like, yeah, can somebody pick up and come to the men's fitting room right now? So one of my favorite managers, he's like, okay, I'm coming in a second, just give me a minute. So now this lady is still talking, running her mouth, and I'm not saying anything at this point because you're not about to do nothing and I'm not about to do nothing. Number one, I have respect for pregnant people, and number two, I'm not gonna get out of line at my job. This is how I get paid. I'm not gonna come out of line at my job and get fired for you, because at the end of the day, you walk out of here with nothing to lose. I have a job to lose. Now, like I said, I didn't care about losing that job because I didn't, but at the same time, it's like, I still need to get paid. I still need to get paid. I need to pay my bills. My bills are paid. Like, bitch, I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna let you get me out of character. So now Jane is talking to me. She's trying to calm me down. She's like, yeah, don't listen to these customers. They always on one. They always trying something. So now I hear this lady in the background and she's talking mad shit. She's talking mad shit. Because she's far away from me, she's talking mad shit. She's like,
yeah, because if I wasn't pregnant, I would really fight this.
You want to fight me because of a policy? You want to fight me because of a policy that I didn't put in place? How many screws do you have loose, ma'am? How many screws do you have loose? It just really didn't make sense at that point. I was just like, you know what? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because I don't care about you or that baby. Don't play with me. Now, that's not to say I was going to put hands on her, because I definitely wasn't. I was never gonna do nothing like that. But don't come in here and act like you high and mighty because you're pregnant and you deserve all types of respect. So you wanna come out your neck and talk to people sideways. Do not do that. I'm like, girl, I'm not one of them. I don't know who you're talking to, but it's not me. And so now at this point, she's like,
yeah, because these just come crazy, talking out their neck, da 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 da. I would really fight this girl. I would really fight this girl.
Mind you, bro, at the time, I was maybe 20. How old am I now? I'm about to be 26.
Boy, if you don't...
I'm really bad at math, but I think I was 22, right? I'm pretty sure I was like 22, 23 at this point. And it's like, this lady was dead like maybe 30 something. You want to fight a 22-year-old because of a policy that's not my fault? Okay, whatever floats your boat, ma'am. So now at this point, what happened? Another one of our coworkers came in and Joe was trying to see what's going on. They're trying to like calm me down or whatever. And I was calm at this point. Like, I really didn't need nobody to calm me down because I said what I had to say and that was the end of that. I had already known I wasn't gonna give this lady that much energy. I already known. So now her husband comes out the fitting room, right? And he gives me all his clothes on hangers. Very respectful man, very, very sweet. And I thank him and I put the clothes on the hanger. Now he goes out the room and he hears his wife, or whoever the hell she was, talking and running her mouth. And he's like, what's wrong with you? So she's turning around and she's looking in my direction, and I see this man tell her to be quiet. He's like, you need to be quiet and you need to stop. You need to stop. And she's like, you don't tell me what to do. You never defend me. Da, 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 da. You can tell that she's the one in the relationship that gives this man a headache. You can tell she's the one who embarrasses him on the daily. You can tell she's the one he doesn't want to introduce to people because she wants to start a riot every 5 seconds. This man is trying to tell her to calm down. He's like, it's not that serious. It sounds like she was trying to do her job to me. She's like,
oh, you never defend me. You never defend me. This trying to get crazy with me. You never defend me. Da, 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 da. Now, if I would have hit her.
If you would have hit who? If you would have hit who? Okay. So now at this point, right, she's like, I'm gonna call corporate. I'm gonna call this person. I'm gonna call them. Call them, because I don't care about this job. Call them. And so now at this point, my manager comes down and he's like, what's going on? What's wrong? What is wrong? And when he sees that it's me who was calling him because I was irritated by a customer, he was kind of surprised. He's like, what is this? I had never gotten in trouble at this job. I had never even been 5 minutes late to this job. My record was clean. Never had no infraction. They never had to call me to the office for no nonsense. I never did anything wrong at this job. So the fact that he saw me there getting upset, he's like, what is going on? I know that ain't you. And I'm like, it sure is. It sure is, and you better get your customer in the corner because she acting a fool. So he asks me and Jane what's going on, and we tell him the situation, and he's rolling his eyes. He's like, oh my God, like I really can't deal with these customers today. So he goes to her and he's like explaining the situation. He's like, listen ma'am, she's just following our rules. This is just our store policy. Like, it's not her fault. Please just gather your things, take it to the front, do what you have to do. I'm sorry if you felt disrespected, but she really wasn't trying to disrespect you. So now she's like,
oh, the customer's always right and you over there defending your little coworker.
This lady was unhinged. At this point, I realized that she was truly unhinged. Either she was upset that she was still pregnant and it was hot, or she truly felt like I had it in for her. And I didn't, because I didn't care. At this point, this lady's going off. She's like, she's gonna call corporate. Call them. I'll give you my badge number. Call them. Don't care. So after this whole situation, she like basically just walks away. Her husband like cashes out. He checks out and everything. He looks annoyed. Like he doesn't even want to be here and he doesn't want to deal with this situation. I really felt for this man because I was like, yeah, good luck with that. But that was that first situation, right? I'm gonna use my last skincare product, which is a night serum. This is called the Dirty Lamb Ultra Night Serum. So apply 2 to 3 drops before bed, warm in between the palms of your hands, patting into the face and neck. Okay, perfect. It smells like, I had a nighttime oil serum that finished and it used to smell just like this, and it was handmade. That's how I know this is a nice product, because it doesn't smell like chemicals, it just smells like oil. Okay, so that is the end of me doing my skincare routine. My face definitely feels hydrated, and I know y'all can tell the difference between how I started this video and how I look right now. So we're very excited about being hydrated before bedtime. Yes, who is she? Cover girl.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
So the next product I want to talk about, but a product I'm not going to use in this video, is actually this Bright Eyes Eye Mask to defrost and brighten under your eyes. I'm excited about trying this, but I'm not going to try it in this video because I really want to leave it for one of my self-care days. I feel like this is something that will really take my self-care days up a notch a little bit. So I'm going to be trying it on then. So you guys might be seeing Kinder Beauty again in another one of my videos. Personal opinion on every single one of the products, I love them. I really love how hydrated my skin feels right now. Y'all saw how I looked in that first clip. You saw how I looked in that first clip, and look how I look now. So I'm really happy about that. It's been an hour since I started recording and my skin feels great, feels nourished, feels moisturized. There's no tingling, there's no weird reactions or anything like that, and y'all know I have sensitive skin, baby. So really happy about how I feel about every single one of these products, and don't forget to check out their website. Head over to the Kinder Beauty website right now. Get a subscription for yourself. For what you're getting for your amount of money, you're literally getting a box that's valued at like more than $100, but you're getting it for half the price. So if you've ever wanted to try out some new vegan, animal cruelty free products, make sure you check out the Kinder Beauty website and use my link. It's in the description box down below, and use my code, which is on the screen right here, right Now, this next half of the story time is gonna be about another incident that I had to deal with, and this just goes to show you like the disrespect that I was facing all the time at this job. Literally constantly being disrespected by people. It really So this situation went a little bit different because it's actually a man that I was dealing with at this point. Now, this time I was at the cash register. I really enjoyed being at the cash register at Ketchup and Mustard because, especially in the summertime, like the shift would go by so quickly. I loved being on the cash register because it went so quickly. It went super fast when I was on the cash register. So at this this day, I was on a cash register with one of my coworkers. I think it was a girl. I know who it was, but she was somebody that I really didn't talk to like that, but I obviously knew who she was. So I'm on the cash register, and of course I'm being my friendly self. Hello, hi, how are you today? Like, you know, did you find everything okay? And they're like, yeah, da da da. If they have a question about the price tag, they ask me a question and I answer it. Cool, no problem, no issues. I ring them up, give them their exact change. If they didn't use a credit card, make sure they know their receipt is in the bag, hand them the bag in their hands, and I tell them to have a nice day. Keep it going. Never had an issue with the customers. Customers found me very pleasant. I don't know what the problem was, really. I really didn't know what the issue was. I had a lot of customers who was like, oh, like, can I leave you a tip? And I'm like, unfortunately, no. Like, they didn't let us have tips, but that's neither nor here nor there. The point is, customers really liked me. I was a dream, okay? So I don't know what these people's issues was. One day I get this customer, right? And I'm on the register. Again, it's the summertime. I'm on the register and this man comes. This man comes and he already looks like he's gonna be an issue. If you've worked in retail before, you know. You know when you know. You always know the customers who are going to be a problem. Their energy just comes off very differently, and there's something very clearly off about them. You know when a customer is gonna give you hell. You just know. So this man comes in, he has like this dingy white t-shirt on, he has like these cornrows or whatever. I think he was a Latino man. I couldn't really tell. And he had like these big sunglasses on, like he had the Fashion Novas on or whatever. He comes in, has an attitude already. He has maybe 4 white t-shirts in his hand, a pair of shorts, and a pair of like, I think it was jeans or something like that. Now at Ketchup and Mustard, like most stores, right, most major retail stores, they have a huge summer sale, and usually the summer sale goes on literally for like months up until like October. So a lot of times we would get customers come in and they would be like, I don't know what the price is of this thing because this tag says this and the other tag says that. However, they're the same product, so I don't know what the price is. Usually we have to price match, so whatever the lowest number is the number we give them, because it's not their fault the numbers are different, so they're obviously expecting the lower number. So that's usually what we do, right? So this man comes in with his 3 t-shirts, his pair of shorts, and his jeans. First red flag, he literally takes the entire stack of clothes and kind of flings it on the counter. Am I a maid? Why did you do that? Like, it really don't make no sense. When customers come in, usually they take their stuff and then they put it on the counter. When I tell you this man flung it at me, the wire hanger almost hit me right in my chin. There was no reason for him to behave like this. This man thought he was a diva. He really thought I was gonna give him celebrity status treatment. I don't care who you are. I'm not your mama. I'm not your grandmama. I'm not your grandpappy neither, sweetie. I don't care about none of that. So he takes it and he flings it at me, and I'm standing there and I'm like, huh, you're gonna be an issue. I see that. Okay, got it. Roger that. Copy. So I'm trying to get through this transaction as fast as I can because I really don't want to deal with no nonsense, right? Again, almost the end of my shift. It's always when it's the end of my shift that it's nonsense. So I'm taking his clothes, right, and I'm going through it, and he's like,
well, what's the price of these t-shirts? Because this one says $2, this one says $4, and this one right here says I think it was like 8 or something like that.
So I was like, okay, I can definitely scan that for you and see what the price is, but usually our policy is whatever the number says, we have to honor the price and give you the lowest number. So he's like,
that's not what I asked you. I asked you what the price was.
Yeah, I said I can check the price for you, but just so you know, we're gonna give you the lowest amount that's on one of these t-shirts anyway. So you're gonna get the $2 as opposed to the 8 because that's the lowest number that's shown on here, just, you know, to honor it. So he's like, okay, but you saying all of this and I really didn't ask for none of that. But you did. But you did. Did you not? I'm sorry. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? So I'm like, okay. And the girl next to me, she's looking, she's like, What's wrong with this nigga? So I'm going through and I'm scanning it and I'm like, the price of this is actually $3. So he's like,
so you're gonna charge me $3 even though this shirt says $2?
Are you fucking dumb?
I was like, no, I'm gonna charge you $2 for every single one of these t-shirts because that's the lowest number that's on it, like I just told you. He's like,
who are you getting an attitude with?
I was like, sir, I'm not getting an attitude with you. I'm literally just telling you what you want to hear. Like, I'm answering your question. I'm not getting an attitude with you. Again, very neutral, very pleasant, because I'm a dream, okay? I'm a very pleasant person. So he's like,
oh, because I know you're not getting an attitude with me. I know you're not getting an attitude with me standing behind this counter in your ketchup and mustard uniform. Don't play with me, little girl.
Hold up, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute.
Well, hold on on that. Hold on. Now, hold on.
Excuse me? I'm getting an attitude with you? I'm the problem here? When you just tried me, I'm the issue here?
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
Okay, all right, no issues. So I'm like, okay, sure, that's no problem, sir. Like I said, I didn't have an attitude with you. That's fine. So now this man is going off on me, still talking about something.
Oh yeah, because bitches think they all that. Da 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 da. You still work at ketchup and mustard. Never forget.
At this point, I stopped speaking. I literally stopped speaking because I have nothing to say to you. Because if I speak, if I speak, I will hurt your feelings. If I speak, you will have no choice but to come over this counter and fight me. If I speak, we gonna have a problem. Because if you let me take it there, I really will, and I won't stop. And that's just the Aries in me, honestly. So I was just like, you know what? Let me not even say nothing because I am just ready to go. I'm here to do my job. And whatever emotional baggage somebody brings to me is the baggage they bring to me. And that's just that on that. So I scan the shirts or whatever, I scan his shorts, I scan his jeans. At this point, the customers behind him are looking at him like, what is this man's problem? I literally heard a couple behind him say, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, he was really bugging for no reason. So they're looking at me like, bro, you gonna take that? And I just roll my eyes and I just keep scanning or whatever. After that, I tell him his total. He gives me the money. I take his money, again, takes the money and basically flings it at me. Literally, basically flings the money at me. Now I'm like, I don't know if I should react or if I should let it go. I'm really calculating the cost of what I'm gonna do in a second right here. So I take the money, I literally stand there for a second and I literally look straight at him like this. I just look at him just like that. He didn't say nothing. He was just standing there, whatever. He's standing there to the side, crossing his arms, looking to the side or whatever, with attitude, all types of stupid shit. And I'm looking at this nigga like, bro, you know what? Let me not say nothing. Let me not say nothing. So I pick up the money from the counter where it fell because, of course, he flung it at me instead of giving it to me like I'm in my hand, like I'm a person. I take the money, I put it in the register, I give him his exact change. And when I took the money out of my hand, guess what I did? I flung it back at him. Play with your mama, not me. Play with your mother, not me. Not me. Because it's one thing for you to get an attitude with me because you think you're better than me for some reason. You don't know who I am, but you think you're better than me. It's another thing for you to completely physically disrespect me. Taking money and throwing it at me like I'm an animal in a barn, that's disrespectful. You are not tipping me. You are not tipping me, okay? We're not gonna do that. So because you wanna play this game, I wanna play too. I too wanna play. Tap me in, coach. Put me in a game, ref. I wanna play. So I take the change and I fling it at him. And yeah, there was some coins too. So I fling it at him and I'm like, because that's what we doing, right? That's what we doing. So I took the change, I flung it at him, and some of the quarters, like, they hit the floor or whatever, and he just stood there and he snickered or whatever, and he was like,
you know what? I'm not even about to play with you right now, because if I get some of my cousins from the Bronx to really come up
here, I said, get them, sir, get them. Because you're the one who initiated the problem with me, so get them. If that's what your spirit tells you to do, get them. At this point, everybody in the line is staring. You're like, he takes his little bag or whatever. He picks up his change, he picks up his dignity, and he starts to walk away, and he's giving me the finger. He's giving me the finger. I said, okay, you have a nice day, sweetie. You have a nice day. He's like, oh.
You bum bitches, with your stupid ass job paying you minimum wage. You bitch is not worth nothing. Da, 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 da.
Now, the person I was a few years ago, I feel like I would have checked him and told him, you don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know who I am. You don't know my background. You don't know why I'm at this job. So keep your mouth shut. And the fact of the matter is, just by your appearance alone, since we're judging based on superficial things, I can tell you don't got no money like that. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I finish you. Like, there's really no need for none of that. So he's talking or whatever, and he's insulting me, telling me I'm nothing, I'm low, I get minimum wage, just that. Okay, cool, no problem. I don't have to explain myself to you. I don't have to tell you my background. I don't have to tell you I'm at this job because I want to be independent, but I really don't need it. This is basically a hobby for me, if we're gonna be honest, okay? I don't have to tell you none of this. I really don't, because I don't owe you anything. But the least you owe me as a person is respect, and you couldn't even have that. So we don't have to talk about nothing at all. We don't have to speak. So that was the end of that situation with that man. But when I tell you, it was so many other like altercations with people, whether it was the ways people tried me or it was the ways I saw people try my coworkers. Literally, people were so disrespectful at this store, man. So disrespectful. We had so many like tourists come in and just leave the place sloppy and messy and treat us like we were servants. Like, it was just so crazy up in there. I literally had a customer try to cuss me out because I told him that the bathroom was like out of service. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like it's out of service, da da da. This man tried to cuss me the out, telling me, oh, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This place just hires anybody, this and the third. It's the sense of entitlement that really got me too. It was like, I'm here and I'm getting you your clothes and I'm picking up after you. I'm literally buttoning up your... I'm doing all this shit, right? I'm trying to provide you with a service so that you can get your stuff and get out my face, and you want to be disrespectful to me when I was nothing but pleasant. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and join the gang, because if you watch this whole video, you might as well stick around. Follow me on all my socials, that is Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That is in the outro and also in the description box down below. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.